Hello, Fabulous Libra. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of May 2017, looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What a new month it is, and it is going to feel brand new very early out of the gate. And that really is thanks to Mercury on the one hand. So Mercury is early in the month going to go direct, and by the time we get to the middle of the month, will leave shadow. Now, it is going to be early in the month that Mercury is dancing with Uranus and Saturn, all of this happening in your opposite sign. I mean, talk about really getting clear on another key person. Whether it is a business partner, whether it is a romantic partner, if this is the right connection, the right partnership, then it is going to accelerate and bring benefits very quickly for both of you. If it is not, it is very quickly going to be obvious to both of you, and you will feel ready to make a change. And in some cases, that readiness will happen in an instant. So there's a lot to be said here about gaining clarity, and there's a lot to be said here on the momentum that is set to start setting in as you feel a key matter where it comes to another person starts to move forward. This certainly is helped by the fact that Venus will also, right around the middle of the month, leave shadow as well, also in your opposite sign, marking a really big moment for you in the context of love and an ongoing matter where it comes to love. Since early this year, we've had Venus in and out of your opposite sign, and now this is, as part of this extended Venus retrograde season, this is the close of the extended Venus retrograde season, mid-month. And it really is happening with a sense of knowing and a sense of leaping into a much more empowered, much more stable future. So part of that, of course, Venus will officially end the retrograde season. That happens with Venus in your opposite sign, so you'll be able to start tapping into some of the blessings of Venus in your opposite sign. But then we've also got Uranus and Saturn making a supremely harmonious connection. Now, they had this kind of conversation back at the very end of 2016. They will again in November. And this really is, again, clarity and leaping into your future, whether together or whether on your own. You will truly know who is with you. Those of you open to meeting someone new, I do feel as I look at this that chances are there's at least been someone who's been like in your sphere or part of the conduit to allow you to learn some of these love-related lessons that have been ongoing, or partnership-related lessons that have been ongoing since the early part of the year. And so this is going to be that clarity. This is really going to be that looking at yourself more clearly and understanding what it is within yourself that has been seeking to understand something about love all this time. So that ultimately should end up feeling absolutely empowering and helping you to feel like you are leaping forward towards greater love and certainly a more stable love-related situation, and with someone who draws you in with a more stable energy at that. Also this month, in the early part of the month, we have a full moon happening, and it is happening in a financial part of your sky, having to do with money you spend, money you earn. It is speaking harmoniously with Neptune and Pluto. Now this is incredible because this really is about some financial move that moves you towards greater prosperity and understanding your worthiness, understanding prosperity for yourself, understanding something about your ability to attract the prosperity and the abundance into your life that you truly do desire, what you can do, and how it is that you can be more effective in your aims to bring more in. Now, this part of the sky also has to do with spending as well, but when we've got such a harmonious connection, especially with Pluto involved, I feel like any spending likely is going to be wise spending. I don't see a lot of surprise energy around this, so it's going to be very calculated. But ultimately, this does say there's going to be a focus on money, and the opportunity to earn more money very well could show up for you at this time. If you are an artist or rely on inspiration of any kind, or you are in the healing fields, anything from a doctor and beyond, this is the kind of energy that absolutely can work overtime in your favor to create greater prosperity for you. And as we move towards the end of the month, we are going to have a new moon take place in fellow air sign Gemini. Now, this new moon is happening in a part of the sky that has to do with things like citizenship and immigration, long distance travel. It has to do with higher education and legal matters as well. Now, I love that Jupiter in your sign is speaking in supreme harmony with this new moon. I absolutely love that. I'm excited about that because it suggests that there's a lot of luck on your side and a lot of belief that great things can happen. At the same time, we've got Neptune speaking with this particular new moon. So I just want you to be a little bit mindful here, because it is possible that there is, whether it's a strong expenditure or in some way there's going to be a real need for you to give a lot more than you are realizing on the surface. And yet things can come together in an almost miraculous way right about now. I think that you may just amaze yourself. You know, I'm very much of the belief that you really are where you are supposed to be, like in the world. And if you're meant to take that trip will happen for you. I have seen trips happen in like miraculous ways for me sometimes. And I think you may find a situation like that ends up being created for you. Now, if you do end up like getting the chance to do some traveling, getting the chance to, you know, consider higher education or something, again, I want you to be a little bit mindful of losses. Just do the normal precautionary things you need to do to make sure that you're okay, your things are okay, that on the financial front, the resources front, that you're going to be okay. And what I mean by that is, you know, when you're traveling and you're not really sure of your surroundings, don't have huge sums of money on you, just common sense stuff. If you're practicing common sense stuff, right, you want to go higher education and you want to go back to school, absolutely, you can do that. Don't think necessarily that means you have to take out the first private huge loan that you see. Consider all the different options that could be available to you. But again, if you're meant to be somewhere, you will be. It'll have a way of coming together, and in some cases, powerful ways. But I think you might actually find yourself in a pretty interesting circumstance where all of a sudden you're able to initiate a very powerful process of exposing yourself to a whole new ways of seeing things, new ways of seeing the world, and new ways of seeing yourself that end up setting you up in some very powerful ways for an even more empowered future. So allow yourself to dream, and allow yourself to dream really big. Don't let your own fears hold you back. And at the same time, a little bit of common sense, especially if you're undertaking some big adventure right now that could very well just show up for you. A little bit of common sense can go a long way to ensure that you enjoy every single moment of it. What I love about this month for you is that love finally moves forward, and love moves into new territory. Fresh energy comes in, and that allows you to see this person that you love, or all the prospects in love that are available to you, with fresh eyes and a fresh perspective and a sense of trust in the universe that you really will be okay. And there really is so much love available to you. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video just like this each and every week by logging on to nadiyashah.com or astrofabulous.com and signing up to be one of my Astrofabulous superstars. Superstars get exclusive, expanded video scopes each and every week, just like this one. Each and every week, looking at the week ahead, looking at the sky ahead for you. I love my superstars. I love my fabulous friends, my fabulous fans, all of you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. So again, log on nadiyashah.com or astrofabulous.com. And thank you so much for being here right now. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.